No, most of the people have come across the word LAN and WAN. So LAN stand for local area network. So local area network, if I start with a very simple question, what is a local area network? It's very simple. So stay tuned and please subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed, so that we can share more ideas with you. So to begin with, what is a local area network? Very simple. So before the end of this video, you'll come to understand fully what is a local area network. So it's very easy to create your own local area network. By definition, a local area network is just a set of computers which are confined into a small geographical area, and they are interconnected to each other such that they can communicate. So it's not a must that it must be a computer, but it must be something which can transmit information from one device to the another one. But provided the area is going to be, it should be a confined area. Yeah. So for you to understand further, I'll come up with a demonstration so that we can move together. So a local area network. I want to design a very simple local area network to demonstrate what this local area network is. So you'll come, so I'll just come to my computer. Very simple. So it's very simple. So I come to my computer like that. This one is just a demonstration which I was trying to come up with. Let me delete all of this one. So local area network, in short it is normally indicated as LAN. So that stands for local area network. So there I've told you is just a set of computers which are interconnected together. A good example of a local area network is a cyber. So CyberCafe, that was a very good example of a local area network. So in local area network, so you have a set of computers. So let's say that this is computer number 1, then you have the computer number 2, computer number 3. Then there's one mother computer which is it should be of a higher specification so that it can interconnect these computers together. So let my computer to be here, down here. So that one is my major computer, the mother computer. So these computers are supposed to interlink to one another by a device called media. Media can be either the cable, if it's a LAN cable, or it can be wireless. So they're just interlinked to one another. So how are you going to interlink them? So I'm going to give an example. So this is just a media. So I'm going to draw here a media. So medias are going to connect these two computers together. You're seeing. So I've connected computer 1 with computer 2. So this one, let me name it 1. Like that. So computer 1 is connected to computer 2. It's connected to computer 2. Like that. Then this one is computer 3. And computer 4, that's computer 4. So if I click there, it's computer 4. Like that. So I come, let me put it in line. So that one is computer 2. Then this one is computer 3. Let me put it at the center. Then that one is computer 4. Like that. So this computer, there's a special name which are being given. So there is a mother computer. So the mother computer acts as a server in the local area network. This local area network, they're just set of computers which are interconnected together, and it should be in a defined geographical area. So this is my geographical area. Let me give it a boundary. It should be small. Okay, so that is my geographical area. Then let me align the local area network, because that one is the heading of today. So that is my local area network. So they're supposed to be interconnected together. So I want to design my local area network. This local computer 1 is supposed to communicate with computer 2, and is supposed to communicate with computer 3, and supposed to communicate with computer 4. Computer 4 is my supercomputer. So my supercomputer is the one which gives instruction to computer 1, 2, 3. So computer 1, 2, 3 are going to act as a client to computer number 4. So computer number 4 is going to serve computer 1, 2, 3. Hence, computer number 4 is going to be called as a server. Yeah. So it's the one which gives instruction. It's my main computer. So it gives the instruction from computer. Computer 4 gives instruction to computer 1, 2, 3. So computer 1, 2, 3 are going to act as a client to computer 4. So in our local area network, there's some things which I've touched. There's some things which I've touched. I've touched of number 1. Number 1, I've talked of there's a server. Number 1, there's a server. There's a server. Server. So you are supposed to know what is a server. Then number 2. Number 2, you have heard me mentioning client. Client. So you come to notice that what happened to the server. Server is what gives instruction. Then the clients perform the instruction which it has been given. Yeah. So server gives out, then the clients receive. Yeah. So that one. So these are some of the common things we are going to get in networking. So you'll heard of more people talking about server, and also there's a client. Yeah. So there's server and there's a client. So my server is going to be number 4. So let me write there number 4. So dot number 4. And then there's another one here. So this one is going to be 3, 2, 1. So those are clients. Okay, so these computers are interconnected together. So how are you going to interconnect them together? It's connected by a media. So there's another term which comes, which in our local area, which is called as a media. So media is just a mode of communication between these elements which are transmitting informations. Yeah. So I come also to a point number 3. Number 3, I've come up with a media. Number 3, there is a media. Media. Okay. So media can be either by you can use either there's a copper wire. So a copper wire, that one is normally Cat 6. So I don't want to use the word LAN, but it's called Ethernet cable. So media, it can be either Ethernet cable, but in local we know them as LAN. But so if I say LAN, I know it's going to make you to get confused. So this is my local area network. So it's connected. So number 1 is going to be connected to number 2. It's connected via media. So you find that the media. Let me wrap this one. Let me remove the. It's not nice. So this is the one which is nice to remove. So delete. So this one, computer number 1 is going to be connected to computer number 2, 3, and this one is going to be connected to computer that one, and it can be vice versa. So this one can get information from it can be also vice versa. So let me delete that one. So it can also get the information from this side and that side. So it can be a different. There are going to be so many. So they are going to be connected to one another like that. And this 1, 2, 3, that one is called client. So you can come and copy this one. Copy. So I said this one is called client. Let me put it there. Carry it, I put it there. So this one is called client. Those are clients. Those are clients. Then there's so number 1 can talk to number 2, number 2 can talk to number 1, and also number 2 can talk to number 3, and number 3 also can talk to number 1. But there must be a interconnection together, so they are being controlled by the server. So server is the one which gives instruction. So server can give instruction to go to number 1. So let me show you. So it can give instruction to go here, like that. Then it can also give instruction. Let me do another one here. So it can give also instruction there. It can also give instruction here. So this one comes from, let me rotate it and see. So it can get instruction from here, all this side. Yeah. Delete. So you find that it can get instruction from either, they normally get instruction from computer number 4. So computer number 4, that one I'm calling it as a server. So that one is called server. So there are information which are so many, there's information which are hidden here. So you'll find that this number 4 can communicate to number 2, but number 2 can communicate to number 1 through number 4. So number 4 is the one which gives instruction to communicate. So the server one can control number 2, this one can control number 4 can control number 3, number 4 can control number 1. Yeah, so this one is our main server. So all those things are interlinked together. And how are you going to interlink them? Like for example, you can interlink them either by a cable. What I've talked about, I've told you that you can interlink them by a media, and a media is either cable or it can be either wirelessly, or you can even put fiber. Yeah, but most of the time, most people are interlinking this computer. Like if you have a simple office setup, you can put like that, then it is being controlled via the server. Then the servers are interlinked to one another, to the clients, by use of the cable, LAN cable. So the Ethernet cable connects point number 1. So for you to interlink these things, all of them together to communicate effectively, if you have a cable, then you are going to introduce something called a switch. Yeah. So you'll find that. So let me rub this one. Let me remove this one, because I want to interconnect all of them. I want to interconnect all of them. Delete those ones. I want to make my layout to be simple. So there's something which I've introduced. So there's a LAN cable. So let me. Can I get a layout of I want to see if I can get a line. So this one I've joined to that one. Then I've interlinked that one also to that one, like that. So I want to interlink them. Then I'm going to. So what happened? I'm going to introduce something like a switch. So the switch, you find that computer number 1 is going to be connected to the switch, Computer number 2 is going to be connected to a switch. Computer number 3 is going to be connected to a switch. Computer number 5 is going to be connected to switch, so that the instruction switch can act as a loophole for connecting all those to be linked together. So such that if I bring my switch, let me remove this one because they're supposed to be linked together by a switch. Let me remove that one. So I'm going to introduce the switch. So let's say this is a switch, network switch. Number 4, point number 4, which you are supposed to know about the local area network, is switch, network switch. Network switch. Network switch. Network switch. So network switch is this one. So this one, let me write it as a switch. So let me copy this one. So this is a switch now. So you find that you can link one, so there will be a LAN cable, there will be an Ethernet cable from point number 1 to the switch. Point number 2, there will be an Ethernet cable from 2 to switch. Point number 3, there will be an Ethernet cable from CLAN 3 to the switch. Then number 4 to the switch. So you come, so this is now the media now. That's the media, it comes here to the switch. Okay, so there's a switch. So that is connected. That one comes here, switch. And there's another one comes here to that switch. Then this one comes to that one. So let me separate them like that. So that one is then now I've built this is a very simple local area network. Then there's another thing which I can introduce. In my local area network, I can introduce wireless. So when I introduce a wireless in my local area network, I'm going to bring something called a router. So router can act either as a switch, or it can, and normally the function of a router is going to generate the IP. Okay, so I've gone through so far. So let me say that I want to introduce a router into this network. So what I'm going to do, the router now is the one which is going to link my local area network. This is my local area network to the outside network. So if I bring my router, so let me bring the router first. So number 5, there's something called a router in your local area network. Number 5, there's a router. So the main purpose of a router is, one, is going to issue the gateway IP address, and also it can issue also the wireless, so that I can access this my local area network wirelessly. And also it can link the local area network to the wide area network. That one now I link it to the outside world, such that this my local area network can connect to the other networks which are not here. Yeah. So I come to and introduce router. So I can come and draw my router. Let's say my router is oval now. So I just come, router can just come and introduce it. Let's say I have introduced a router here. Is it advisable? No, that means I don't have to put it there. So I'm introducing my router here. This is my router. So the router also is going to be linked to my switch. Like that. Yeah, so that one is my router. So let me take the name router and I put it there. Copy. And paste. So let me bring the router there. So that one is now my router. With this simple experiment or this simple illustration, I've come up with my local area network. So, for you to build your own local area network, there are some things you are supposed to have. Number one, you are supposed to have the computer themselves. So the computers are interlinked to one another. So how are they going to be interlinked to one another? They are going to be interlinked to one another via switch. So you must have a switch also. So this switch is going to connect the sets of computer you are having together. Now, for you to link to the outside world, your local area to the outside world, that one is the one wide area network. You need to have something called a router. So router is going to link you to the outside world, and the advantage of the router is going to issue the wireless, or is going to be generating the IPs, such that maybe if you get a certain IP from the outside world, you can bring it to the router, then you interchange it, you manipulate it, so that it can communicate to, so that you can get a certain gateway IP. With IPs, I know that is a very wide topic, so in my next video I'll talk about the wide area network, and I'll talk about the IPs themselves. So make sure that you have, for you to build up your small local area network, you must have the computers. So the computers will act as, you must have one of the computer which is main, so that one is a server. Then you have the clients. Then from the clients you have your switch. After having the switch, you have the router. Otherwise, please stay tuned and subscribe to my video, and my next video I'll talk about the IP and wide area network. So with this one, at least you'll be having the basics of IT. Otherwise, thumb out and thank you.